Transitioning is a choice. Being transgender is not. I get a ton of comments on this channel saying how being transgender or transitioning is a choice, so I figured I'd come in and clarify some things. First things first, transitioning and being transgender are two different terms. For this video's purpose, I will use the definitions that a simple Google search can get you. A transgender person is someone who has a gender identity or gender expression that differs from their sex assigned at birth. Transitioning is the process of changing one's gender presentation and or sex characteristics to accord with one's internal sense of gender identity, the idea of what it means to be a man or a woman, or to be non-binary or genderqueer. Thanks, Wikipedia. So what does this mean? Similar to being gay, people who are trans don't choose to be trans. They're born that way, and sometimes they don't learn that they're trans until they're much older. I've met people in their 60s coming out. That doesn't make them any less trans. So being trans is not a choice. Transitioning, however, is. Because you can be trans and not currently transitioning. Transitioning is a process of becoming more of your true self through social and or physical changes, and there are many reasons people choose not to transition. The main one being a lack of support and or resources. Maybe you don't have the money to transition just yet, or it's too dangerous to be out and around family. You can transition, and it would be significantly better for you mentally. However, you choose not to transition because you need a roof over your head or you don't want to be working a third job. It's also good to mention that you can take a break from transitioning. It doesn't have to be a linear process. This is your journey, so take it at your own pace. So I cannot repeat this enough. You are still trans if you cannot currently medically or socially transition. I would never wish this on anyone. And I say that not because I think being trans is a bad thing. I am proud to be trans, and I hope other trans people get to that point in their journey too. Instead, I'm saying this because being trans in our current social environment is like putting on a target. We're considered by others as dangerous, a sin, attention-seeking, sick, and many more hurtful and very wrong ways to approach the trans community. I did not choose to be trans. I did not choose to be someone people hate. My siblings die walking down the street. They're murdered for using the bathroom. Oftentimes, it's considered lucky to only be raped rather than killed for not having the right body. My siblings are stabbed, burned, hung, run over, and shot to death. Those names you just saw are the names of people who suffered in these ways during 2020, and there are many more, majority of which trans women of color, and it is only September. The total list of murders gets longer and longer each year, and it does not get any less violent. So do you really think this is a choice? It's also important to bring up the people who say, if it's so difficult, why transition in the first place? I don't think you understand how uncomfortable I feel in the wrong body. It's not something I can just shrug off. I was born with a mind that doesn't match my body. Sure, transitioning is hard, but living in the wrong body is significantly worse for a lot of trans people. This is who I am, and I would rather live my true self for a moment than spend my whole life lying to myself and to others about who I really am. So stop killing us, stop fetishizing us, stop misgendering and dehumanizing us. We are human. We are your neighbors. We are that person who knows your coffee order when you walk into the cafe. We are that person you see walking down the street with their dog every morning. We exist, and we deserve basic human rights. Oh, man. Whew. I don't know if it's a depression meds or what, but I am crying. It's usually the moment that I tell you guys that you should support my channel, but I hope that after watching this video you guys look up the names of these people and learn more about who they were than just how they died. We can't bring them back, but we can keep their names alive, and we can bring them justice. Just stay safe, everyone. Stay safe, and let's stay you.